What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Huddle. We're your weekly playbook helping you gain forward progress in your career. Simply put, we're here to help you win. For the new viewers, welcome to the team. What's up,
Welcome, everyone.
guys?
What's going on?
Just, running from one job meeting to the next and trying to make sure I'm here on the Huddle in time. So I made it.
Same. Doesn't always feel like you have a lot of time, and then all of a sudden it hits 1 hour prior, and then everything, like time just goes too fast.
Yeah,
Like I could squeeze this email, this phone call.
I thought I could. Well, I didn't have a choice. I'm doing an Amazon project, and I had to squeeze a site meeting in, and I thought I had plenty of time. But boy, I tell you what, walk one of them buildings and probably underestimated the amount of steps it was going to require.
Yeah, we've
So,
got one coming up too in the next couple weeks here over for Amazon.
oh yeah, nice. Well, glad you guys are doing well. The day's treating you well. I want to mention today's sponsor is Divergent Adhesives. So you guys make sure to give them some love. We'll mention them a bit later as well. Today's topic is pretty simple. This is a easy, light-hearted topic, I think. I don't know how many times I say that, and the session ends up in some deep well of trying to solve the industry's flooring issues. But what's your favorite tool and why? Um, I know that's a loaded question, so just keep that in mind as
100.
we continue the conversation here. Um, Type in the chat, let us know what you're thinking and what your favorite tool is. Also, it'd be kind of cool to know if you guys are buying tools, you should be buying them from Shag Tools. They are
Yes, sir.
also a sponsor of ours, and those guys over there are great. Go over to shagtools.com and check those guys out and get your Huddle 10 code for some some savings. So awesome. Well, okay. Who's got the first tool? Who wants to go
You know
first?
what? I'll start, but I'm going to start a little different. And I'm going to say favorite tool from first time I started flooring till now has definitely evolved. Um, and I say when I started getting into first year into it, started doing prep. Favorite tool was definitely a gauged drywall spat for ramping. That was like that, that was the whip as soon as like someone showed me that because I used to use notch out a piece of VCT to get like the initial ramp to get the height, and then
Hmm.
have to go over it again, and then it's like always had to go find a piece of VCT even if I was doing carpet or something,
That old
having
trick still is. That might still be one of my favorite tools, though, is a good old fashioned piece of VCT to notch out and use for use
yep.
for the gauge of floating out your flooring up the ceramic tile or a threshold or whatever.
Yep. That was my first favorite tool. I would say like I, I couldn't do without it.
I
Well, I
think it
kind
was
of
in stages, right? Because you're new and then you're using certain things and then you figure something out and it's like this is my new favorite.
yeah. I mean, I've got to go. My brain goes demo like first, and then the stuff that it takes to. So the by far favorite tool is the ride-on machine. It's that that thing has saved me so many times. Our we run a national 5700, but there's a lot of good machines out there. Ours is a battery powered, so but then on that demo line, if you're doing something small, I have yet to find a more power packed uh, tool than the Little Eddie. And I wish they would sponsor this video. I'd love to do like a deep dive on Little Eddie if nobody's ever used them. But that for doing demo in small areas and just the ease of moving that thing around. That's one of my that's the demo side of life for me.
We still haven't used one, so we can only go by what you're saying.
Yeah.
Um, is it is it comparable to
Well,
like the
if
dolly?
I forget the gentleman's name, but reach out, sponsor the huddle, and we'll do a live tool demo for everybody because
Yeah,
more people need to know about that tool.
It's from the sounds of it when we were looking at it at surfaces, it's really, really versatile.
Yeah, it is. What about okay, so what's your favorite sheet vinyl tool? Because I think you got to go in segments here. How can you
So the vinyl roller, just like it, we used to just roll the sheet vinyl, cut it, and then you have to flip it. And then it was like, oh, there's a vinyl roller. You don't have to do this. You can start skipping steps and you don't have to struggle with rolling this thing everywhere.
and you don't need
are
a
you talking
hundred
about the
foot
carts?
hallway to get 20 foot of rollout. So what he's
Yeah,
talking about is the roll. It's got three rollers. Some of them have four, and they're 6 foot wide, most of them. And the wheels are this way, so the rollers are this way, and the wheels are this way, so you can pull it out and it won't slide on you. It won't go anywhere. Well, theoretically, and then you can just pull your vinyl out. And the way we did it back in the old days is just pull it out, lift up the vinyl. Somebody had to
flip it.
back roll a 200-pound piece of vinyl to roll it out face first, or you roll it out face down. And like Daniel said, you have to flip it. So, yeah, that's a great tool. That's a must have if you do a lot of sheet vinyl.
Yep.
Well,
The
I guess
salvage
a
trimmer.
must have would be actually a roller.
All that
Yeah,
too, yeah.
Yeah.
the salvage trimmer. I remember the first time
I
I
was
seen
gonna
that.
pop this up so people know what we're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, they have those in the what 4 foot or 36, 4 foot,
36 inch
18
and
inch.
18-inch, yeah. And they have the dollies too, but we don't have the dollies.
Yeah, the
That how
dollies.
far you're saying that's 3 foot long? I thought ours was
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
6 foot.
No, they only
Maybe.
come in, maybe the old ones, but now they only come in 36 and 18 inches.
Oh wow.
I will say they do their best to make them light, but the cast aluminum. Uh, if once you let a roll go a little bit too quick on that, yeah, just be careful. Be careful. It's a
Don't
tool.
drop it.
Don't drop it. It's
Don't
cast
drop
aluminum,
it.
man. It's not indestructible. What I was saying, the salvage trimmer, and I know they have a lot of variations of them now, but I remember the first time that we call it the mountain climber because it looks like a carabiner.
We'll leave Daniel on here. Daniel's gonna have to pull up each
I
each
am.
tool.
Yeah.
I'm on it. And what's up, Kyle? How's it going?
What up, Kyle?
Mr. Hedin, what's up, brother?
So we have
But
the salvage
we
trimmer.
were
This is the one
hand trimming everything.
we call the mountain climber.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hand trimming everything, and then that thing popped up. And the sad part is that it was available for a very long time before we discovered it.
I wish I could
And
show
it's
you
like,
how that's used, but essentially your vinyl lays in that groove and it cuts
mm,
off. Because if you don't do a lot of vinyl, you don't know, but the very last inch or so of vinyl is typically thinner. It's not meant to be butt, so you cut that off, and this thing you just kind of hook it in and get to pull it down,
yep.
which is why
The mountain
Daniel
climber.
and Jose are
Yeah,
calling it the mountain climber.
like a carabiner, you're like
I
climbing a mountain, brother.
I think baby's sister is the one that came up with that name.
She is. She 100% is. They have other variations of that you can adjust the depth of what you're trimming off too. So in case you're working with like a pattern piece or something like that where you have a specific line to go to. Um,
Oh yeah. I've never used one that had any adjustable. It's that exact one. And sometimes you had to go through twice because it doesn't cut off enough on your first run for the
Yeah.
salvage of a particular vinyl. I've never had to go through more than twice, but sometimes you got to go twice to get to the the full actual thickness of the vinyl because nobody wants your seams to be a valley.
Man,
I've seen that, and that's not the way to do it, fellas.
So they do have this one right here, so that way it mitigates all that stuff, and you can gauge how much you want to cut off before you start cutting off.
Oh, the wolf. I've never got
oh,
to use that thing. I
oh,
seen him
Oh, it's
demo it.
amazing.
I seen
I
him
will,
demo it. I think I
man.
seen it on your social too one time. Somebody using it. That's a cool. It looks like a
Is
call
that the
sign
one
or a
where
call button for the Star Trek to come get you. Beam me up,
we can
Scotty.
use it
And it's
for
a cool tool.
underscribes too, right?
That's what this one is for.
Oh,
This
okay.
one is, instead of using underscribes, you can use this one right here, and you can, this knob right here, adjust um, how tight you want it. So that way you can actually just start cutting, and you can cut all the way through it sometimes, or you can just score it and you can adjust the height that the blade goes in. It's actually really nice. We use this a lot for tight fit LVT cuts.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wolf, we're looking at you for some sponsorships too.
All
Partnership. Let's
right.
go.
Well, let's see. We got. I would love some of the carpet guys to get in and talk because carpet today in the commercial world is almost all carpet tile. So
Dude,
like it's like a chalk line is your best friend is pretty much the game of commercial carpet anymore. Once in a while we'll get a broadloom. We have one job at our out of our Kansas City office. It's called Andretti's. I believe it's a well just like what it sounds is a indoor racetrack kind of place, and they have a lot of like gaming areas and guest areas and meeting areas and stuff for kids or whatever, birthday parties and the such. And it's got some broadloom, um, but I mean literally 95-98% of our carpet anymore. In fact, we're going to be redoing our racking out in the warehouse and getting rid of a whole section of broadloom racks. So carpet guys, I'll bet someone's got to have Cool
I
Glide.
already know one.
Someone has to have Cool Glide as their like favorite because that did
I
change the game. If you're trying to patch in a bad part of carpet and that kind of stuff, I've
so I
seen
guess
those guys do some
you
pretty
got to
amazing
separate it.
things.
Then you got to go residential and commercial. So residential, yeah, that the Cool Glide. I
Yeah, but
didn't trust it
what
at
is
first.
possibly a favorite tool in commercial carpet? Like you got a
Well,
row finder, a row cutter, and you know, hey, the crab stretcher was probably the biggest game
That's
that's the
what
changer.
I'm looking
one.
That's
for right
probably
now.
the biggest game changer. I remember kicking till my knee was black and blue on a Walmart back in probably 2000, trying to put 100-foot seams together with solvent-based adhesive back then. So it'd have been like 99 or maybe even 98. And this thing changed the game for putting commercial seams together. So yeah, that's my vote right there.
Yeah, and then
That crab
so that's
stretcher.
like the
And I'm
basic
pretty
one.
sure you can get that on Shag Tools, guys.
That's where I'm looking at right now.
And then
Go
they
to
have the one with the clutch
shagtools.com.
on it. There he goes.
Yep.
I
This
remember.
right here. I mean, there's
Yeah,
patterns
pattern
that sell.
matching. Well, just the bow and skew on mainly the bow on a row, trying to get that together if you don't have a cross pattern. Maybe you have a very few carpets don't have either a diagonal or a cross pattern like dotting or lines. But trying to get just the seam to come together.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting the seam to come together. You got a guy on each side of the carpet kicking, trying to get it to go together.
My
Man,
knee hurts
that
just
thing.
thinking about the things that we used to do with this carpet, and before I even knew that there was a such thing as a crab stretcher, man. Like
Yeah, I don't know when I even found out about this thing, but it was not until I had till I had started my own company that I knew about it. It was probably my boss at the time had zero concern about us saving our knees. He was just like, go put it together. But yeah, go to
Yeah.
shagtools.com, pick that thing up. And just a reminder, today's actual sponsor is Divergent Adhesives. Go to divergentadhesives.com.
I just remember, them bringing out the crab one time, and it was like, this has existed this entire time, and we've been doing it this way. I
Yeah,
think that's what
and
put things into perspective when it's like, man, we're not going to be that company that's just trying to do things and not purchase the tools that are going to make things, even if it's just a little bit easier or it takes a little bit off your body, it's worth it.
well, and that thing also, the big difference outside of your body, which is like the most important part that it does, I think. But the other part is, dude, you kick on a carpet enough times and you break that secondary backing away, it starts to grab to the adhesive and you're still kicking it. I've literally had the carpet delaminate trying to kick the dang seams together. Kyle
I
says
remember when
the
we bought the first one. I had
Hutzcluff
the
air sled.
oh, dude,
The air sled.
That's a residential guy's dream, I'm sure, not having to muscle around all the appliances that come along. You also, if you're watching this and you're new to flooring, if you're a residential replacement installer, you're also an appliance removal and replacement expert. Just in case you didn't know what you're getting into.
And
you do
for,
everything.
I'm gonna pop it up for the people that don't know what the air sled is because it is amazing, man. Like I've used this when we were doing the YMCA to move one of their machines because they were like, yeah, you guys can have this area, but they're not going to be here to move this machine until like tomorrow. And I'm like, I got it.
Was it a vending machine?
No, it was
Like a weightlifting
it
machine or something?
yeah,
Oh, really?
it was a weighted pull up, so an assisted pull up.
Oh, gotcha. And the air sled did the deal, huh?
Air sled moved it wherever we needed it to.
Oh man. Well, it's 495. If you use Huddle 10, that's 10% off, and that is probably going to save your back and body. I've seen them work. I've never had actually used them. I didn't do enough residential replacement back in my day-to-day install days to really ever use one myself, but I've seen them used.
I've used them and they are amazing. And if you do residential and you are moving stuff, like, and you don't have one, you're gonna thank yourself once you do get one. Kyle's 100% on that, and it's just the matter of like scratching what you just put in. That's the big thing because you can get those sleds or the little pucks with the carpet on them, but
Oh,
you still
dude,
don't know what you're going to be dragging with that stuff.
Yeah, I mean the problem with that is even if you think even if it starts clean with any of the sliders, it grabs one little rock, goes across your new LVT you just installed in someone's kitchen. That's a bad day.
and then you just hate yourself and you hate your life and you're like, why was I so lazy? I could have done it differently.
And what he's talking about right there too, it's the dust cuff, right? The So if you're ripping out ceramic and stuff and you're on a commercial project with since the silica standard came out, it's really, really tough to control that. And I mean, we've done it before where it's like, all right, just going to stand next to me and keep the vacuum hose right where I'm removing it, or, where you're following them with a machine. And it's like, yeah, that thing actually does work. So we have, this, the dust cuff is actually like compatible with numerous different, demo hammers and stuff like that. And we have one that DeWalt actually made that hooks right up to their demo hammer too. So
Nice. Dan says, My aisles is one platform about 2.5 by 3 inch crane. I don't know what that means. Do you? Expand, Dan.
We're gonna need.
Send us a URL and let us pop it up so everyone knows what you bought it in '93. I graduated high school in '94, so that thing is
And I graduated 10 years after you did. That's how old I am.
Yeah, it's a good way to
anybody who
put it, man.
graduated in '04, I look at like a baby, or in the 2000s. I'm like, oh,
Not in the 1900s.
not in the 1900s, as my kids say.
I mean, it's pretty legit when
You were
my kids
born way
started saying
back in
that.
the 1900s. I'm like, man, thanks.
Did they even have color TV then?
They had
Yeah,
my
that's
daughter
what
did
they
ask me
think.
that.
Well, I tell you, the what they didn't have then was problems with adhesives, and we all went through that time frame when adhesives were just we took the solution, the solvents out of adhesives. You guys remember? I mean, that would have been early 2000s through mid
Yep.
2000s where the adhesives just were not very good. And today, it's just a different story. They really have gotten it right. And one of the companies that really got it right is Divergent. Um, they've really. I know Sonny on multiple other things, and him as a trainer and always being in the industry, so he knows how to build an adhesive for the real world. We all need that adhesive that delivers high performance. Divergent adhesives are designed specifically for the demand that we go through today. Something high tack, quick drying, those innovative formulas that go across different products. I suggest you guys go check out Divergent at divergentadhesives.com. They are definitely the go-to for many contractors who use it that can't afford the time for failure, replacement, something not sticking. When you need an adhesive that's going to work in today's environment, go to divergentadhesives.com. Go check them out.
Okay,
Boom.
we have some clarification. His air
Air
sled.
sled. Okay, yeah, the old the the, the old autocorrector or
Okay, so his is actually just one big piece then. It's not the two that it comes with today because it was bought in the 1900s.
So it's a
way
ski. It's an air ski.
way back in the 1900s.
Trying to look at some pictures here. I
Air
know they got
ski.
some tools.
So I remember some episodes back we talked about how your number one tool should always be your body, right? And in order to take care of your body, and the thing that we did not use, or yeah, we, because I'm
Enough.
talking,
I
was
definitely didn't.
these boys right here. Like I tell people now, my knees don't hit the floor unless I got my knee pads on.
Yeah, pro
I'm that
knees are
old
awesome.
guy. I'm that old guy when it comes to that kind of stuff now, where it's like before my uncle used to be like, oh, you're about to cut that, let me go grab these safety glasses, and you just squint and it's like I'm good. But now it's like, no, man, like I understand why they were the way they were, because you got to take care of your body, and knee pads were number one. Like I used to tell people that it looked like I had two knees because the bump from just crawling around without them. And then once I started using them, it actually did. It went away. So
Yeah,
definitely
some
worth
pro
it.
knees are worth the investment. They are. We bought all of our guys pro knees several years back, and they are still. And I mean, I you can go back in the huddle. I think I talked about this multiple times. We bought them for their end of year kind of Christmas stuff, and along with some coolers and other non-flooring related items. But one of the things they got inside those coolers was a set of pro knees. You want to talk about some excited dudes, and all of them still have them. They still are in good shape. All you got, and they're refurbishable. So,
Yeah.
like, it's awesome, man. Pro knees are awesome. That's a great point. Take care
And
of your body.
and people don't like the bulk, so a lot of the guys are actually going to these all-purpose knee pads, which s- still give you the comfort, just not the everything from the
The
big ones that
bulkiness.
the bulkiness. So
Yeah.
that's an option too, and they're still rebuildable and everything. So we actually put Protectol on ours for a while.
Oh, on the face.
Yeah, and it did. It lasted a really long time.
Wow.
Cheat code, cheat code.
That's just some innovative dudes. Yeah, I don't know. I tell you, anything that'll save your body, and it sure seems like a lot of the things that are being mentioned, we said the right on demo machine. If you've never spud hoed or used what we used to call an idiot stick, did you guys ever use those? They were literally about that big around, solid iron, sharp on the bottom, and you didn't have to put any weight like down on them like a spud hoe you would have to because they're too
Yeah,
light. And we called them, they were, I don't know if they got a different name, but
I
we
used them
called them
for
idiot
roofing.
sticks. And you just scrape
Yeah,
away.
this
If you've never done it the hard way, then and you've always had some mechanical machine, you can't fully appreciate it. But even going on to like the vibrators or the vibrating machines or the little eddies, it's still a huge difference. Jump on a machine and go
Yeah.
wow, and it
So
work.
so when we were doing it back in the day, it was the little red shaker box is what we called it. And it
Yeah,
had the weight on the front that was just the tension was just from a screw, and the screw would
and
always get loose
the
and it'd fall
screws,
off.
yeah, the screws always come out. Yeah,
And I
but
remember,
everyone's mentioning tools that save your body. You know what I mean? Like the air sleds, the demo machines, the knee pads. So take note of that. If you're a new guy here, it's really important that you take care of your body. I can tell you, as almost 50, that taking care of your body is the most important thing for sure.
100%, and you gotta take it easy with your body and buy the tools that make your job easier, so that way you can get more done and less headaches.
You know what else we didn't mention with that crab stretcher is the little seam clamps.
Yeah,
Those were key as well because you, as soon as you get a carpet stretch, if you didn't clamp it and it was like hard to get together, like
same.
you're back kicking it or stretching it or pulling it back because the adhesive setup. So seam clamps is another one for commercial carpets
So those
anyway.
work really
Back in the
well
day that we used.
in combination with the crab stretcher, seam clamps, and your turning tool, the one with the knuckle on it, your awl or turning tool, whatever everybody calls it. Um, that
Oh,
those are like
row finder.
no, it's I don't have it with me. All it is you know, you have your straight awl, and then they have the awl
Uh-huh.
that's
the
called the
bent all.
turning tool. It's got a bend on the end, like
Okay.
the last inch and a quarter of it is bent, and you stick it in through the carpet, and you pry on it to pull it away from the adhesive, and then you can push bubbles and patterns through it. Learned learned a lot with that. Everybody
I've never seen one of
everybody
them.
hated me.
Never used one of them.
Everybody hated me because I'm like, all right, that's enough.
We'd have the straight.
We can push this bubble out now. Like, oh, just use the crab. It's like, no, we're gonna keep stretching it, man. We got to push it out now. We got to stop stretching the carpet.
And this one right here
Oh,
is some guy's favorite tool. I know that a few weeks ago someone went on Flooring Installers of America and was asking if we knew where to get one.
So, so the turning tool looks like the end of that,
Gotcha.
but that
I
so,
mean, some guys swear by this stuff, but then when you actually go through training, everyone says it's a no-no because
Never used it.
it
Yeah.
can mess up the carpet, it can mess up the subfloor, it can do a lot more damage than good, and then you don't know until the inspector gets there, and that's why a lot of inspectors love what they do because they can go back and be like, "Hey, this guy, it's the installer's fault," and whether
Hmm.
or not you want to believe that it's your fault, guess what? It's your fault.
Will be if you use that thing.
What about the dead man?
or it could
What
be.
about the dead man? That's commercial and
Well, that's
residential.
kind of like a built. That's like a built thing. I don't know. Do they have dead mans you can buy? We always took a pallet
I,
and freaking
I
put tack strip on the bottom of it,
I believe they do. Like we've done ours.
and then we put a little pole on and toss 45-pound weights on it,
Uh,
depending on how heavy we need it to
Dan
be.
actually sent me a photo of his air sled.
Oh yeah, that is old school for sure. Still in great shape. That shows you Dan's the
Right?
man.
It's in better
Keeping
shape than
keeping his
ours.
tools in keeping his tools in good shape. He probably just cleaned it with that game right next to it.
I would say,
All
that's a good
right.
thing. You made a good point on that. Doesn't matter what tools you have, right? If you don't have the right space or the right method to take care of them, put them away, they won't last very long.
This
Toolboxes,
is true.
toolboxes, and maybe your vehicle setup. It's got to be. It's got to complement the tools you use every day to save them and help them last longer.
Yeah, I do have to mention at least one tile tool. Everybody can say whatever tile saw they like, but I'm telling having a good Sigma, especially the larger that can cut large tile. I've seen them cut an inch off that thing right after color TV came out. Large Sigma cutters for tile guys. I would bet that would get some votes on the tile side of the world. Sure makes your life easier than pulling a tub saw or a wet saw around everywhere. I've also heard some guys. I've heard mixed reviews on the dustless system. I won't say good or bad. I just mixed reviews is all I'll say. But this a Sigma a cutter is like that, and if you do large panels, you getting a Ruby rail cutter is like a must. That's almost a necessity at
And all
that
these
point.
manufacturers are coming out with stuff now to cut all these bigger tile. And when we were at Surfaces, that's what we were looking at too. Is like, I was over with QEP and they were showing me, their system that they're coming out with, and they were cutting like some 8 foot by 4 foot panels. It's
The
with
snap
a
cutter,
yeah, with a rail cutter.
rail.
So yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember one year there was a
Wow.
competition of how small you could get. One of the companies put that on. So yeah, you got to have a carpet dolly. That's another good one. Body saver after you've carried.
Folding carpet dolly.
I don't know
yeah,
about the folding part, but a carpet dolly in general.
they do have the folding ones. It just has a hinge on it, so that way you can
Put it
put it up, and then once
Mm.
you need it, it just folds right back out.
sweet. Well, any tile guys on here that have a favorite tool, most of us,
Yeah,
I
we need
mean,
to hear
we
from you.
both, I think, do tile as with our companies, but I was not a professional tile installer, so I know a guy that was on all the jobs when I was first getting going in carpet and resilient. He had a set of tile nippers that was they had to be 50s, like they were old, and cut using tile nippers to cut around. They didn't have hole saws, or at least he didn't use hole saws to cut around plumbing and stuff. It was all done
Oh,
once
hand.
with a um, if it's glazed, he'd use like a glass cutter to make the top cut, and then just the tile nippers to nip it away.
Ooh, that's some
I think
patience
tile
right there.
nippers are still useful.
What about the urinal cake to sand all those edges down?
Oh, they got
Well,
everything to just go right on the grinders and stuff now, where it's just like zzz, done.
yeah. Well, and Dremels and all the
Yeah.
the the oscillating tools, all the stuff they have today, that might be my favorite tool of all is a good oscillating tool.
What about
You
a
know,
what about a tool
because
that you
it's
guys
you can
wish
put
you
any
had?
attachment on it. It's got so many things you can. Oh man, that thing comes in handy, way past just flooring. But all right, guys, we are coming to the end here. This
A tool
episode
that we
is
wish we had.
Yeah,
yeah.
something that's out there, something that could be better. Like manufacturers, this is your opportunity. What are you missing? I know I have a lot of designs, but they've never turned in anything.
Well, the tools I wish I had are all technical tools now, like to make my job personally easier. Uh, having a good, it's always technical stuff. Having a way to, whether it's connecting with installers or doing estimates, building, you know, faster takeoffs, all that kind of stuff. I'm not to get into the AI thing, but I am obsessed with like building stuff on Chat GPT 5 right now, like just seeing what it'll do. It's ridiculous.
It's been out for 2 days, Paul. And
It
that's all
is
you've been messing with, huh?
I that is about it, dude. Like it is ridiculously good.
Good. I hope it stops messing up on me.
GPT 5 is like way it's multitudes better than 4.
Well, it says that the experts say that you have to prompt it different now too. So people are still prompting it like they were before, and now you actually have to try and give it even more information because it can decipher that information, right? So it's not
Yeah.
just doing something and then coming back and you're like, no, do this. It's all right, now it's thinking. So 5.0
Well, I
also
can
has
give you
that
some
thinking mode.
tips like telling it to go search, not just give you the answer that it has cataloged on different answers. If you want to search, it'll search the entire every interweb out there in seconds and come back with a different answer for you. So telling it to search and to think deeply, do some of those things, but it does um, it does things coding wise and like building wise. I'm trying to automate everything from the time we get a set of drawings through the time. Oh, that is so cool. That's actually really cool. I've never seen one of them.
Yeah, it looks like it's
Oh,
from the 1900s too.
That needs
looks
to
like
make
a
a comeback, dude.
that looks like a
Because
Traeger
those big
dolly.
bulky ones are a heck of a lot harder to move around than that. Wow, that's cool. But I would like to automate everything from the time I get a set of drawings till the time we are scheduling installers. So everything like the takeoff, price requests, submittals, return submittals evaluated and revised, and all the way to ordering, placing the orders, and then giving us ETAs. And then we have to do the real world work, um, which is, scheduling the delivery and things that AI will not be able to do.
Yet,
And
do
it's what
yet.
do yet. And it's such high hanging fruit, meaning there's so many more easier things that it's going to ever do before it starts taking over our world. It's so far in the future, because there's so many other problems for it to solve. The writers out there, the video, the graphic design, all that stuff, they have to learn to use it as a tool or they're going to be outdone by it. And so all those things are much lower hanging fruit than putting product on a truck, getting guys to install it. There was a podcast I just listened to that was talking about like when do we got to worry about blue collar displacement, because it's really talking, the whole podcast was about job replacement with AI and white collar, and that it's a real thing that is not some conspiracy that's going to happen. There's going to be mass job displacement in the white collar world, particularly with the people who think it's just another fad or something and they're not leveraging it to get better. And um, I'll tell you what, the our side of things, especially specialty contractors, they actually think that general contractors can be completely replaced with AI.
What? Hey,
Yeah,
you know what?
general contractors, because they would not completely replace. You'd still have your field superintendent and your foreman, but the kind of thought
The back
process was
office work.
all the scheduling, all of the like schedules and taking in something that's a schedule delay, like all of that data and then manipulation of a schedule to get done in time. It's Nobody's going to be as good as AI at finding the most efficient path. And so that is where they think that like general contractors adopting it, like all they're going to be is like AI controlling people. They'll actually be AI like technicians, and then you got the field staff that would run the guys in the field that are doing the work, all the subcontractors. But the
Well, it's
subs who put their hands on the product and put it in, they don't see that side of things. Scheduling a lot of tools, a lot of the headaches we have is one thing, but the actual taking your hands, putting it on a product and installing it in the construction industry, they think will be around for decades. It just it's
it does make sense how
it's
what you're talking about though.
hypothesized.
Like
Yeah.
everything that's like I said, the back end stuff, you can go in there and your schedule's on there and you can go in and give AI Denise is the best tool. That's mess. You can't be calling her a tool, Dan. Come on.
Such a tool.
It's in a good way.
But you can just like go in there, like say on Procore or something, and be like, I'm behind schedule. You can probably submit it pictures, and it can analyze how much of the project is actually done versus not done.
Well, it already would know is the thought.
Right, because they would have cameras and stuff throughout, and it'd just
The
be watching
robot,
everything.
the what I forget which episode number, but we did that on the AI. Well, it was just like futuristic construction tools, and the
They were
roaming
being
robots
timed.
on job sites are and taking pictures and video and all that is being tied back into AI to identify where the shortfalls are. It can scour the internet and find, if this piece of duct work is not in stock here in Wichita, doesn't mean it's not in stock in Louisiana, kind of thing. And it just, if you think about it from that perspective, you could see where it could take over that stuff,
And
the heavy
especially
lift.
when you look at agent mode, right? Because it can be like, okay, just find this somewhere. I need it by this date and order it right away,
I want
and
to
it will
build
do
an
everything.
I want to build at least one or two agents. That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm messing with so much is if it can take my life, it would be so much easier if it did all the automatic updates to ETAs, emailed. You don't have to have a coordinator remembering to check on an ETA of a job when you do 350 jobs a year, which is what we do. Um, you know, Remembering to check on every product that's ordered and get updated ETAs and all that. This thing could do in milliseconds, and always giving you a daily report. My thought is it would give each PM a daily report and of where all their materials are for all their jobs, and you could just, if you're already up to date, you don't have to look at it daily, but you'd have that information or a spot where you can go and just ask it, hey, where's all my materials for this? And it just tells you. And I've already checked on, other alternative distributors for this product that has a back order date of
Yeah.
XYZ. Like that kind of stuff is the part where if that's all done and I'm like, it got all ordered, it got all ordered right because the agent double checked the return submittals from this architect versus the submitted product and did
That
the
that
did
saves
the
so much. so much, but I know it could do it like that. That's the crazy part. And then
It
the
takes so much
reminders
time
and
for us to do it, and if we could do that, we could have two less employees, but not like they get let go. They just move to different spots. Well, my wife doesn't want to continue to do it, so she'll probably she she loves her job, but she's ready for me to figure out the old AI agent for her job.
Oh, yeah, and I think we all need to figure that out. And AI is not going anywhere. So if you're not on it, it is like
Get around
it
and
is.
mess with it. I'm telling you what, I'm doing a talk in at coverings about or at convention about like where technology and installation collide. That's one of the things. Like, um, you know, get in and get used to it. Um, you'll either build the tools yourself, which can be daunting and hard, or you'll buy them from me or someone
yeah,
like
there you
me.
go. So
You
the
know,
tool
But
of the
I
but
future,
get
it
that automated
AI.
and I'll take it to Fuse and tell everybody what I did and offer it as a package deal. Here, you can have these agents that do this.
as a subscription because everyone's subscription, you have to pay per month in order to use it.
Yeah, like renting a tool.
Yes,
But
sir.
AI is definitely the one of the best tools to come out in a long time. And if you're not utilizing it, you're only doing yourself a disservice.
And for those of you that are
Yeah, I
just
can see.
installers, you can utilize it as an installer too, right? You can create an informational database that can help you for troubleshooting
Go
products.
ask
It can
ChatGPT the
recognize
best adhesive to
pictures. Yeah,
use on
like
something,
there's
and it will find the technical data and drill that down into give me 3 sentences on how to use the. I need the proper notch trowel and or whatever. Just go try it. You'll see. It's the
note
best.
taking.
It will find it and give you the answer. And if you want to double check it, go ahead and double check it. A lot of times it'll even reference where it got it. If you want it to reference where did you get this information, just tell it. Give me the references where you found this information as well. And then you're on a job site, you got a technical issue or a technical problem, a technical question. A lot of you tech reps out there, you should be using this or you're going to get replaced by it. They will say it's Roberts.
Kevin, I actually just asked and it said that it was divergent.
So like you can you to Jose, and I kind of cut you off there, my friend, so I
No, you're
apologize,
good.
but you got me all excited when you started talking about installers using it because there is like it, it'll blow your mind. The newest version will blow your mind, and I don't know how much it costs. I think it's around 20
$20 a month or
something a
something.
month. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like
just go give it a shot. Ask it
it,
questions that you're
It
concerned about.
it costs one gas station trip.
Yeah. So those are the tools, and we got on to AI, but that is a tool,
It is, and
and
it's
it's a
like I said,
tool
it's not going around
that you
anywhere.
better
Like
be
it's
using.
And I mean, I talked to my guys about it, I think just yesterday, and it's like just in terms of the simple stuff, walking around, talking to it, making a list. Hey, this is the job site.
does
I'm
it
walking
for
over
you.
here. This is the room I'm in. This is what needs to be done. After you're done, summarize this so I can distribute it to the crew.
You could just do a uh, what is it called? Top of my head, I'm well, you tell it. I do it for contract reading. So now I just upload a PDF contract and it gives
Yeah,
me this my 17 points that we want to know about from liquidated damages to is it bonded, it, uh, insurance requirements, all that, and it just spits out a report for me. So a 100-page contract, here's the things. I also have it tell me anything abnormal that you have not seen in all the other contracts you've read, please point that out in a separate manner. So like if they have any really, I want to train that one now that five's out. I want to train it to give it a score on how fair it is, and that'll be an interesting thing. How fair is this contract? and um, you'll ultimately
Is
get spit out a an answer of how fair it is based on your parameters of fairness. I mean, you're the one that has to tell it what you think is fair and not, right? So there's a little bit of training, but once it knows and you just ask it, and every time I throw a contract into that event, it's called something else in there. I forget, project or something.
Project.
Um, but you can build a project for and have it be job reports or site condition report. And then you go around and you just talk into it and you're like taking pictures and uploading pictures and you teach it to spit out a daily report for you. There's 100,000 things you can, and that was not even something I thought of, Daniel. So that's an excellent thought on how we can implement that as a company for our job daily, daily reports and certified payroll.
Yeah. It's just so much that you can do with it. Like I'm in the process of redoing the handbooks because of some change in laws and stuff over here. So we have to keep compliant, and I threw it in there after I did the builder, and I was like, "What do you think of this?" And since we do call him Chad, he was honest, right? He was like, "This is I think he was like 6.9 out of 10. This is what you can change about it. These are the points that you should be
Yeah.
hitting." And then you go back and start revising until you get a better
And
score.
if you want it to, you can even have it revise it for you. Give me a an aspect of this. One of the things you can also ask Chad, five, is like, how well do you know me? And if you've got a lot of chats, see what it says
you know
and
what?
see if you
I'm gonna have
agree
to do
with it.
that now,
It's kind of scary.
man.
Yeah. So use it. That's a great idea, Daniel. That's an awesome way to implement it in the construction. And that's what we're talking about. Don't get replaced by it. Use it as a tool, and you're not replaced
Use
by
it.
it. You're just able to
Correct.
do much more with less people. And that doesn't mean you have to have less people. If you got 20 people, you can keep 20 people. But instead of doing 4 million or 5 million or 7 million, whatever you do, uh, or if you're an installer and you're doing $1 million a year with four guys, you might be able to do 1.5 million with the same four guys. We're not looking at it like, how can we get rid of people? We're looking at it like, how can we spur growth with it with the same amount of people? How can we keep that overhead number static and increase that top line revenue number?
It'll help fill in the gaps, let you create more efficiencies internally, and
Efficiencies, real efficiencies. So,
So I think that is like where we're gonna end it because AI literally is our favorite tools right now. Like across the board because it is just so much you
yep.
can do with it.
Well, that's a great spot
yeah,
to leave
good
here.
start.
That's a good one. All of our favorite tools got a little bit of airtime, and we ended up with Chad. That's what we here at the Huddle call Chat GPT is Chad. So that was coined actually by Daniel. So I won't steal that, but I did steal it. Give him
No, I
credit.
think that was him actually. I don't remember who it was.
But just a
Yeah, you
reminder,
heard it
today's
here.
sponsor and non-AI generated is Divergent Adhesives. So go check Divergent Adhesives out at divergentadhesives.com. Give them some love. Give their products a try. They got to also have a good moisture mitigation one part system. That's awesome. Reach out to Sunny if you have any questions or us here at the Huddle. And if you guys have any topics or anything like that that you want us to cover, let us know. Shoot us an email. And don't forget to visit Shag Tools. Also, I'll be at convention for CFI. Come see me there. I'm doing a talk or a seminar as well as that's funny, as well as I'll be around there going to learn myself and hanging out with people. So look forward to seeing everybody that's going to go. And yeah, so that we appreciate everybody coming on, and we also
Thank you.
appreciate all the comments, and we'll catch you guys next week.